So earlier this year, there was an article in Insider all about Burger King getting a new logo and full rebranding after 20 years. The chief marketing officer, Fernando Mercado, I hope I'm saying that right, said, and I quote, "There's no blue food, buns don't shine. The logo felt old from a time when design characteristics were trendy." That's the thing about trends. They come and they go. Hey good people, I'm Sydney, your favorite triple threat, brand strategist, designer, and copywriter, the founder of With Hart Creative Studio, where I help rebrand content creation experts and marketers so they can live online in a way that's comfortable for them and they can look snatched. Let's talk about why timelessness versus trendiness is just not a fair fight. So what's the difference? Trends are usually things or movements, fashion.
This is fashion. Ever heard of it?
Whatever you want to call it, that comes in and out every few years, right? In the pop culture world, it could be choreography styles that artists use. It could be bell-bottom jeans in terms of fashion. It's all over Fashion Nova right now. But in the design world, there are things and elements like gradients, font styles, flourishes of text, that all come and go every few years. And us designers, we kind of know these things when clients come to us and say, I want my logo to be very trendy. Like I want it to look like this or that. But ultimately, I want to make sure that what we design for you is timeless. You could describe timelessness as things that are classic or go-to in a sense, but ultimately I love to think of timelessness as something that can stand the test of time. Now that doesn't mean that's gonna be 100 years, because we're definitely doing things differently now than we did them in 1921. But when I say the test of time, I mean things like 5, 10, maybe even 20 years from now, just like Burger King. So there are things that every designer chooses that could be timeless. Lines, hues of colors, composition, things of that sort can make your logo, whether it has trends incorporated or not, feel a little more classic and timeless. So that way, 15 years from now, you're saying, okay, I'm not switching this logo because it's out of style, but I'm switching this logo because I'm reaching a new audience, or because I am just not connected to it in a sense that I was years ago. There's a difference between you telling me something like 2 years ago that you want a Comic Sans logo because that's what everyone else is doing, versus saying, hey, I don't mind, I like this style of font, but I want it to last. So let's go back to that Burger King reference, right? When it comes to their old logo and their new logo, there's not much difference, if you can tell. There's still those timeless and classic elements, but you can tell that it's not based on a trend, just like their chief marketing officer said. So I'm just here to tell you to not focus so much on trends when it comes to your branding or your website, but focus mainly on those elements that you think connect most with your audience and yourself. And if they're a trend, then so be it, right? But ultimately, we want whatever we design for you to be timeless and incorporated into what you're doing years from now. That's the point of starting with brand strategy. That's the point of doing all this talking before we start designing, so we can understand what it is that brought you to these various decisions. So lesson, okay? Don't go to your designer and say,
I want my logo, I want my website, I want my flyer to be trendy.
Because I'm telling you right now, it's gonna make us cringe. So again, I'm Sydney, your favorite triple threat. Thanks so much for hanging out with me in the home of big brand energy. If you've liked what you've seen so far, go ahead and subscribe so you can see more. If you want to request a video or you have any questions about this one right here, go ahead and drop it in the comments. Share this with your favorite business bestie, and you have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are.